What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino, but in this one, we go over Michigan safety Rod Moore officially announcing he'll be returning to Michigan for his final season of eligibility. We go over why that is big time news for Michigan, and we also got some new transfer portal targets for Michigan, a couple of Notre Dame offensive linemen, and we also talk about the quarterback room for Michigan. Can Bryce Underwood start day one? Also, Michigan strength coach Justin Tress, as he has found his groove, and also Michigan running back Donovan Edwards says his farewell to Michigan football and Michigan fans. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so Michigan football got some great news yesterday, as it has been confirmed by the man himself. Michigan safety Rod Moore will return to Michigan for his final season of eligibility. He confirmed the news Thursday night in an Instagram post, and he is set to return to Michigan instead of leaving for the NFL, and obviously did miss the entire season due to an ACL injury. So this is absolutely huge news for Michigan, and it was expected that he would return, but obviously nothing was set in stone, and he officially confirmed it yesterday. So big time news for Michigan, and it was the last piece they needed as far as retaining players go, and quite frankly that was probably the biggest one for the Wolverines, getting Rod Moore back. Michigan is losing Makari Page, Quentin Johnson, and Wesley Walker at the safety position. They'll also be losing starting corners Will Johnson and also Amir Hall. So Michigan definitely needs a leader in the secondary, and Rod Moore is just that. And you could tell early on in the season, Michigan really missed Rod Moore. You know, the coaching staff knew when, he did tear his ACL and everybody found out he would, not be able to play this season. The coaching staff knew, the players knew that it was going to be hard to replace Rod Moore. It was going to take a couple of guys to replace a guy like Rod Moore on the defensive side. And in the secondary, he's a guy that made a lot of plays for Michigan the last two seasons in 2023 and 2022 prior to the 2024 season. He's a ball hawk in the secondary. He's always in the right position to make a play and get a turnover. In the 2022 season, he had 71 total tackles, including half a sack, 4 interceptions, 3 pass deflections, and then he also, in the 2023 season, had 38 total tackles, including 2 interceptions, 3 pass deflections in that season as well, and obviously the big interception against Ohio State. And the former 3-star recruit out of the state of Ohio has a chance to go 5-0 against Ohio State. How sweet would that be for Rod Moore? But on top of that, it is just huge for Michigan because he is a guy that a lot of people look up to in the locker room. His leadership is going to be very key for Michigan next season and on the defensive side. So absolutely great news right there for Michigan. Rod Moore coming back for one final season, and he has a chance to have a very special season next season. So I absolutely can't wait for him. Very excited for him. And we do have some new transfer portal targets, which we will talk about. But first, do want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, BetUS. We've talked a lot about them. They have all the odds you need. But did you guys know that BetUS also has a casino? They have generous promotions and tournaments that make every play even more rewarding. You can sign up now and experience the difference. Get your bonus, 200% sign up bonus up to $5,000, and also 250% crypto sign up bonus up to $5,000. So for all my followers who like slots or live casino dealers, take advantage of BetUS's amazing sign up bonuses. And obviously, as always, please gamble responsibly. But let's go ahead and continue here and talk about some transfer portal news for the Wolverines, and it's some big ones. It is the Notre Dame offensive lineman, some offensive lineman transfers, as obviously players have 5 days to enter the portal after their season comes to an end. And one guy to keep a very close eye on is the Notre Dame offensive line transfer Rocco Spindler. a 6'5", 331-pound offensive lineman. He is a Michigan native from Clarkston, Michigan, and you may be familiar with his name because he was a part of the 2021 recruiting class. Michigan was going after him. He was very high on Michigan, but he ultimately chose Notre Dame over Michigan. He was a former top 100 recruit. And according to Sam Webb of the Michigan Insider, Wolverines have already reached out and expressed interest with Spindler, and now conversations about a visit are to come. He is set to already visit Indiana, but Michigan should really be a contender in this recruitment, and this could be a big time pickup for the Wolverines. Now, he is an offensive guard. He started the final 13 games of the season for Notre Dame, and he started in a total of 23 games during his time at Notre Dame. Will have 1 season of eligibility remaining, so that is one to keep an eye on, as the Wolverines should have a good chance at him. And then another one, though, that they could take a look at is Pat Coogan, who is a 6'5", 310-pound offensive lineman. Now, he plays at the center position, but he also can play at guard if needed. Has 1 season of eligibility remaining and is another Notre Dame offensive lineman that has entered the transfer portal. He started 26 career games, so does have experience at both center and guard. So he was also a part of the 2021 recruiting class. So those are 2 names to keep an eye on. And obviously Michigan still does have the spring portal window, which we've talked about, but it would be pretty big to get one of these guys from Notre Dame. So let me know what you guys think about that. Also wanted to talk about Michigan's quarterback room and the competition for quarterback 1. Michigan has Bryce Underwood and Mikey Keene, who will most likely be in the mix. Both of those 2 guys, along with Jaden Davis, Davis Warren in the room as well. But the question is, can Bryce Underwood start day 1? According to Chris Ballas of On3 and the Wolverine, they have some players, of those leaving about the quarterback situation, and they all agree that it's only a matter of time before Bryce Underwood is the starter next year, saying, he's earned everyone's respect with the way he goes about his business. He's a hard worker, humble, everyone loves him, and he can sling it. Now, Mikey Keene is coming in here to, not only help Bryce Underwood, but also compete for that starting job as well, which should really push Bryce Underwood. But it's one of the first things Bryce Underwood asks Rowan Moore is how late are the doors open so he can get in that extra work. And obviously a lot of people have said this, including myself. Bryce Underwood is a different animal. He's a kid with generational talent, but obviously he's going to be a true freshman. So while we should have more of an idea if he will be the starter day 1 later in the spring and in the summer leading up to Michigan's first game of the season, he's definitely got the talent to do so. It's just, will he be ready as a true freshman? But nonetheless, Michigan is in great hands right now in the quarterback room. Got the new offensive coordinator, Chip Lindsey. Wolverines got some hungry receivers in the wide receiver room ready to make a name for themselves, and obviously Michigan may try to add another receiver from the portal in the spring window as well. And then I also wanted to talk about Michigan's strength coach Justin Tress, as obviously it was a big talking point last offseason. Michigan lost their tremendous strength coach out of Ben Herbert, but according to Chris Ballas of the Wolverine, Justin Tress really found his groove during the year and really established himself, which obviously he was groomed by Ben Herbert, but it's obviously always tough to replace a guy like Ben Herbert. But Justin Tress, really good to hear that he found his groove during the year, and now it's a big offseason here for the Wolverines, as obviously they ended this 8-5 season on a really good note, beating Ohio State, winning a bowl game over Alabama. But it's obviously not the standard. The players know that, and even like Michigan freshman running back Jordan Marshall, after winning the Rely Quest Bowl, the first thing he said to Bryce Underwood is, "We're not playing in this bowl game again. We're gonna go out there and play for the chip, for the whole thing." And obviously getting veteran players like Max Bredesen, Rayshawn Benny, all these players, including Rod Moore, and all these veteran leaders for next season is absolutely huge for Michigan. Cannot state that enough. Then also to wrap up this video, wanted to talk about Donovan Edwards as he pens his farewell to Michigan. When I decided to come to Michigan, our mission was to win a national championship, win a Big Ten championship, beat Ohio State, and every goal was accomplished. I am very grateful for the Michigan fans who supported me throughout my 4 years here. Mike Hart, Fred Jackson, and Claiborne Green. I love y'all. Said not only did you, Champion Circle, not only did you support me as an NIL collective, but you supported me as a person. He said, thank you. God is great. Forever. Go Blue. And obviously, best of luck to the future of Donovan Edwards. He was a big part of that national championship season, and especially in the 2022 season, getting Michigan back to the Big Ten championship, beating Ohio State, and playing in the college football playoffs after Blake Corum went down. Obviously, probably didn't have the season he hoped for this past season, but he leaves Michigan undefeated against Ohio State. 3-time Big Ten champion and national champion, and hopefully he gets a chance on an NFL team. But with that, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Again, shout out to BetUS. Go ahead, check them out and check their casinos out. But with that, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it, and we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.